Hello, 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 you beautiful and amazing soul. And I'm gonna keep saying that to you until you freaking believe it. Today is day 2. I am feeling so different. Um, Today I want to talk about what my intention in helping you today. I'm gonna make sure that this video isn't too long. I am vlogging or documenting my journey coming from feeling so depressed and anxious and burnt out and feeling worthless and not enough to feeling freaking amazing, and how I continue to stay there. If you don't know how I got here, go back to day 1, which was just yesterday if you're watching this. I said that I wasn't going to stay in bed for too long, and I didn't. I was going to say I love you 20 times in the mirror, and without clothes, and I did. And I was going to get my day started sooner, and I was also going to brush my teeth with my left hand, which I did. All of these things did not lead to this smile here. I was still feeling crappy. I don't want to say crappy, but I just wasn't here, right? I wasn't here. So how did I get to this place here? And my bestie ended up messaging me almost at the same time that I was messaging her. And we got on the phone, and she was just being her amazing self. And I tell you, like, really letting your support system be there for you is so important, and having an amazing support system. Like, my clients have me there for them, and I know that's why they get to, like, they just have like amazing transformations. And this is about me being there for me, and also letting other people be there for me as well. So she was just being her amazing self, but she asked me something that was so freaking important. And she said, what were you doing when you were feeling so when you were feeling like you were in that place, when you were like on it, and you felt like you loved yourself, and you were just like, yeah, I'm so beautiful and I'm amazing and blah blah blah. Like, what were you doing during that time to help you feel like that? And yeah, it just was a light bulb off in my head. I was in a relationship, and I stopped doing the things that made me feel freaking amazing and magical. All of those things really helped me feel so magical, but I had to like talk through it with her. And she is so patient. She is so amazing. She is so beautiful. She has a podcast. I'm going to link her podcast below. She just uploaded a new episode, but she is so kind and such a loving, patient, amazing soul. I love her so much. I'm so grateful and so honored that I have her in my life. But yeah, I wasn't going for my walks, and it's because I live in the Chicagoland area, and it gets really, really cold, and it can get a little depressing, even for someone like me. But I can still like really gear it up and go for walks and things like that. So I wasn't going for my walks. I also wasn't meditating and doing the same type of meditations that I was doing before that really, really helped me. And I'm going to tell you this. There's someone that I was doing meditations within their program that really, really helped me, but I judged this person so harshly. So she is just like so beautiful and so feminine and so like soft and well spoken. She has her own podcast too, and she is not a mental health professional. And I just had so much judgment toward her. Like, how dare you say that you want to help people and saying that you can help people in all of these big ways and you're helping thousands of people and you don't even have an education or a background to be able to do that. And you're just like another pretty face, and of course it's easy for you because you're a pretty face, and just all of these stupid things that I decided to stop using her program, her membership program, just because really I was hating on her and I was jealous because I wanted that. And there's something that she talks about having to do with jealousy. Like, if you're jealous, that means this person is showing you what's possible for you. There's no reason for you to be jealous because this person is showing you what is possible for you. And I stopped doing it. And they're like, her meditations, her visualizations, the self-talks are just so freaking helpful. Just so amazing, and they helped me every day. Like, I would listen to it like a couple of times a day, and I would start like talking the way that the self-talk was talking to me. It was just amazing. And so I stopped doing those things. I stopped doing that, and not for like dumb reasons, really, not any good reason, because the number one thing, right? So I started to think, well, like, she has a subscription to her program, but there are people out there that you can buy it one time and that's it, it's yours forever. But it's just not her, right? And it's not her energy, and it's not the way that I need to connect, and the way that it just makes me feel grounded. And I was making like the price and just all of those other stupid things be more important, really. And it was really because I was jealous of her. It was really because I was judging her. I let go of all of that shit. And I was just like, I need to go back because it really helped me. It really helped me get back into that place. Like, I would listen to her self-talks. I would listen to the meditations. I would listen to the visualizations while I was on my walks. And my walks were like everything to me. And I stopped doing them because the winter time, if you're in the Chicagoland area, I don't have to tell you about it. And it's just not the same in a gym. So the walks just do so much for me. I think I probably walk like, at least 5 miles today. And it felt amazing. I felt so good. And the sun was out, so it felt even better. And I know that makes a really big difference to me too. And what I also get reminded in the walks is how magical I am. So I believe that we are not just physical beings, but we are also spiritual beings. We're also metaphysical beings. So, we don't just have a physical part of us. There's also this spiritual part, this energetic part. And when I'm not going for my walks, I am not connecting intentionally, on purpose, with this spiritual, magical part of me. And yes, I can have a physical, a human experience that is magical, but it is also magical because of that spiritual, that metaphysical, that non-physical part of me. Today I was like playing with a tree that I miss so much. I know that sounds crazy. I'm not like one of those, like, what are they called? The people that like are in love with trees and like hump them and stuff. No, I'm not that. I'm just standing there and visualizing. It was this really beautiful willow that's in a grassland really nearby my house. And I was just standing there, and I've done this before in my environment because there's like grasslands around me, where I'll just stand there and just think like, it's gonna touch me right now. This plant is gonna touch me right now. The wind is gonna come from nowhere and it's gonna get it to touch me, and all I have to do is just be patient and stand here, and I won't even have to stand here for that long. And then it happens. And so I was doing that with the willow, and it freaking happened. And these are the things that I forgot. These are the things that I forgot about myself. Like, I don't need to prove myself to anyone. I don't need to share that here. I'm using this here for accountability, to make sure that I be consistent with something that I know is going to be powerful and amazing. Like, people need to know that the call is coming from within the house, right? The call is coming from within the house. The call is coming from within the house. And this isn't a scary movie. And what I mean by that is, you are the problem and you're also the solution. The only reason I was feeling burnt out and I was feeling abandoned and I was feeling depressed and I was feeling low is because I was forgetting about this magical part of me. I was forgetting about the things that I am so connected to and who I am and my true value and worth. And that I don't, like, I really don't fucking need any of that shit. And I know that sounds crazy, right? Like, but Lupita, I want to have a significant other. Yeah, I do too. I want my person. My desire is to have my person. My desire is to have a freaking amazing, abundant business that like inspires and empowers so many people. But it all starts in here. And I know that sounds so cheesy and it sounds like so stupid, like, oh my God, well, you know, but that is the really big key to manifesting. And I can't say that I didn't have negative thoughts today. I can't say that I didn't think negatively about myself today, but returning back to Flora's membership program and just listening to these self-talks and this, you know, meditation and just the modules and other things that really helped me in reminding me of who I really am and reminding me of what my true value is. And that is invaluable. Like, my true value cannot be calculated. It's infinity. Like, I bring value to every table I sit at, and that is, and I don't even have to say anything. I can just be silent. I can just be sitting there with my badass self. What did I do with those negative thoughts when they started to come up? Like, no, I'm not doing that today. And there's something really brilliant that she talks about. I'm not going to give too much away. Go and, you know, join her membership. But I love her way of like, and this is very similar to Eric's Power of I Am, where they kind of like give a name to that thing that is coming up with the negative thoughts, right? And like feeding it to you. Like, she calls it Jessica, and I'm just like, that's so funny because I always say that, like, there's always a Jessica somewhere. But give it a name and talk to it. Like, you're not gonna do this to me today. I'm not going to entertain you. I'm done with it. I am done with the inner child healing. I'm done. I'm done with that. And that doesn't mean like I am done healing and I don't need any more healing. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that I know what that is now. I know it's a defense mechanism that wants to keep me in the old story, and I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not fucking doing it anymore. I feel so good speaking to myself and thinking to myself so positively. And for people that don't want that and they think that it's cheesy, then maybe you just don't want to be happy. Maybe you're just really okay with being fucking unhappy and being angry all the time and being bitter and looking at people and be like, ugh, whatever. But that's just not for me. It's not for me. I really love feeling good. I love feeling good about myself. I love feeling good about where I am in my life. I love finding things to feel good about. And it felt amazing today to really get that walk in, to be in the sun, and to not second guess myself so much today. Not talk down to myself. Not doubt myself, not question myself as much. It felt so fucking good today. You know, when I started to do that, I was doing it in the morning, and I know that I was doing it because I remembered that I was doing it the previous day. I'm just remembering what I did the previous day because I started with a new day. How did I feel crappy if I started with a new day. And so I know this has to do with this extreme awareness. Like when the negative thoughts were coming up, I had to ask myself, where is this coming from? Why am I thinking this? And what is it trying to get me to believe? And when I started to ask myself those questions, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. We're not doing that today. We're not doing that. I am loving myself today. I am feeling in the place of receiving. I am pouring into myself today. I'm not doing that. Where these negative thoughts are coming from, I'm not doing it anymore. I know what you're doing. I know what you're trying to do. And I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not. Have that extreme awareness. When those negative thoughts come up, where are they coming from? And what are they trying to make you think? Because for me, it was like, it wants to make me think that I am less, that I am not deserving, that I am not enough, so that I can stay in the same place. I almost didn't do this video today because I was thinking like, you know what? I feel much better. I don't really have to do the video. I'm feeling so much better. But again, it's trying to keep me in the same place, and that's not what I want. I want to fucking grow. I want to feel better. And I want to keep feeling better. And I want it to be consistent. And I want to keep my word to myself. And keeping my word to myself means I'm not going to make this video. I'm stopping this video here. Have this extreme awareness. Know that the call is coming from inside the house. And know that if you're the problem, then you are the motherfucking solution. And you're so capable of doing it. Thank you so much for being here on this journey with me to self-love and manifesting all of my desires, manifesting the person, manifesting, my husband, manifesting the business, manifesting everything that I want. I'm not there yet, but that doesn't mean that I can't have a smile on my face right now. Yeah, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so, so glad that you're here. Thanks for being here. And I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow.